Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So today we're going to go through low level smithing or smelting, which you can do on both free to play and members. Now, in terms of free to play, you are going to be able to do this at basically level 1. So before we get started, I just wanted to talk through the perks of now doing smelting through the levels. So as you can see here, between level 1 and 10, you are able to smith bronze at a quicker rate, heat bronze at a quicker rate, and also have a chance of making extra bars. Now this is really important now for the ability of making GP with smithing. So whenever I look to do a smithing method, if I was going to make, let's say, iron for example, where I would look to smith iron is at the point of level 20, because then I have the extra chance of making iron. Now don't get me wrong, by just smithing the bar itself you will make profit, but having that extra chance to make more money with smithing just is going to make more profit for you as well. So in my opinion, what I would suggest always to do the bar a tier below your current level, because then you have the extra chance to make the bar as well. So for me, what I would look to do is do bronze smelting all the way up to like level 19 or level 20. Maybe do a little bit of smithing in between that, or like do a quest just to sort of bump up that level real quick. But then after that, work off that as well. Other items which are useful, especially if you are members, smelting urns can really help this out, and also the goldsmith gauntlets from the family crest quest. And the reason these help is because rather than having to take all the bars out into your invo, you can just smith directly into the metal bank, and it's just basically more AFK and better. But that requires certain levels. It's 40 cooking, crafting and smelting, and 40 smithing, along with 59 magic as well. So for the brand new free-to-play players who will be watching this guide, or the low-level players, that's not really an option. This is all you'd really concentrate on as well. So again, bronze probably to level 20, and then focus every 10 levels on the tier below as well. So I would look at doing steel, which is level 20, at probably level 19, because I would look at doing steel, which is tier 20, at level 30, because then I would have the ability to make extra bars. And extra bars could be what makes the method profitable or not. But the minute smithing and smelting especially has seen a bit of a spike in both its GP making and popularity, there are some methods in free-to-play which we're going to cover today which can seriously make you up to 4 mil profit per hour, and especially bronze, which is going to be the first method we talk through, that is going to be in the region of 2.5 mil per hour, which you can do straight away from just creating your account. And in terms of like starting this, again, level 9 would be better, but if you are literally going to start, you will make profit with the bronze bars as well. So what we're going to do is actually sort of go through the prices on the Grand Exchange. Just to show you guys, look, these are definitely profitable without actually having to do it. Now, we're going to go up to Rune in this video, and maybe at some point down in the future I can do a higher level. The higher level will need to be members, but up to Rune can all be done in non-members as well. And one of the best ults to currently create in the game is actually a smithing ult in non-members, because you can do things like rune arrows, rune darts, and basically smith and smelt rune and below. You can make a huge amount of profit. So a bronze bar, we're going to require certain ores. So we're going to need tin. And again, these can be a little bit tricky to get hold of, because again, like not many people buy and sell tin and copper. So if you're a new account especially, you can go and mine your own. And then with the money from that first set of bars, you can then sort of try and spend a little bit more to get it as well. But as you can see here, that's going to come in at a profit of 2.1k, and a bronze bar is going to be at a price of 2.6. So you're going to make 500 GP profit without creating any extra bars. Now, me personally, seeing like copper at 1.5k, if you need a little bit of GP to get yourself started, go and mine copper and tin, make us like 100 bronze bars, and then you can sort of roll and rotate as well by building up your bronze bar stacks each time you smelt it. So if you need some absolute starter cash, go and smith, go and mine your first 100 bronze, go and mine your first 100 copper and tin, and then after that you can make bars and then just keep selling bars, then buying your ores, making the bars, selling the ores, making the bars, selling the ores, and each time you'll be able to do more and more. Now as you can see here, the bronze bar actually didn't buy for quite a few percent up, which can happen. Sometimes these bars will spike because there's no real volume, but as you see 3.9k and still not buying. So through the magic of me being able to make a bar through superheat, we will see what this does sell for. So if we go to superheat, make the bronze bar, throw it in the Grand Exchange, and this way we'll see what the instant sell price is as well. Because sometimes the Grand Exchange is weird. So there was actually no buy prices. So yeah, we got that. So I'll sell it again and see what it will sell for. 2.9, which is, again, it's not quite what the Grand Exchange was suggesting it'd be. for 3,000 coins from something which is going to be 2.1k. Again, non-members, very good. So the next one is iron, and iron currently is a little bit less because iron can be fiddly. So one thing I would really suggest is buying rings of forging, and again, iron is only 1.1 mil. Iron have a 50% chance of not actually turning into a bar unless you are wearing a ring of forging. So again, iron, probably not worthwhile doing. If you're bothered about XP, you can do some bronze smithing, but I'd probably continue doing bronze bars. Steel is a little bit more in demand because it's used for cannonballs, and steel bars currently are a profit of 2.4 mil per hour. So again, still kind of outplayed by bronze bars, which can happen. Bronze bars can just, for whatever reason, be such a high price. Mithril is slightly higher, so this is tier 30 we're now moving to at 2.5 mil per hour, which again is good, but it will be better XP as well. So I'd probably transition from bronze bars into Mithril at level 30. And then finally, the two sort of tiers which are going to make a lot more money compared to the rest, that is going to be adamant and rune bars. So adamant is 2.6 mil per hour, which again, you got to think free-to-play money-making method is actually very, very good. I would probably really concentrate though on, with adamant, doing it when you've got the ability to get extra bars. So adamant is going to require lumite and addy ore. So the price for an adamite ore is going to come in at 1.8k, and then a lumite as well is going to be a price of 2.6. So if we go for a price of 4.4k for that, an adamant bar is going to be 5.1k, which, yeah, there's some profit there to be had as well. Probably looking about 700 GP per bar, which is pretty good. And again, with the amount of bars you can do per hour, it can be very decent. So that's not too bad. Addy is pretty good and definitely can be at a decent level as well. So the final one is going to be a rune bar. And rune bars are the standout. I think rune as a sort of tier really does have a lot of uses for it. You have people buying it to smith addy darts and rune arrowheads. You have people buying it to make elder rune bars. 8k is a big price, and runite ore is going to come in at a price of 4.2k. So we already know what our lumite price is. So that's 4.3k, and lumite is 2.6, 6.9k, and then turn it into 8,000. Obviously, the rune bar level to create extra bars is going to be something like 58, 59, which is a bit steep. And again, like, I know this is more of an entry level or free-to-play money-making method, but it is a little bit steep. But what you could do is at level 50 smithing, start making things like rune darts or rune arrow tips. It's mainly going to be arrow tips if you're a non-member. And you can just basically get there without having to smelt. Same with addy as well. You possibly can make money with addy arrow tips rather than having to smelt all the way up to like level 49. Up to level 49, just make some arrow tips if they make profit. Just check the margin and stuff. There's lots of addy smithing which does make some decent GP, so that's what you can look into as well. Now, if you are not sure about what GP you can make, you know the price of the bars because we've just price checked them. So 8k for a rune bar, 5k, 5-ish k for an addy bar. And what they've done really well, obviously I would highly recommend checking the margins of it first, is that in the interface of smithing, it does give you the price on the Grand Exchange on actually creating stuff. So if we look here, if we go to things like an adamant mace, here it's going to be 31.7k for 2 addy bars. The scimitar is going to be 27k, 2 addy bars. Again, because of how niche the item is, 100% check the margins, but you can make profit smithing. The arrowheads is going to be 10k, you don't really want to touch that. The darts is going to be members, again, you don't really want to touch that. But with this, people will disassemble these items for invention components. That is why they are such a high price, is because there'll be a decent tier of item without breaking the bank. The rune stuff, it's a bit weird really, but the rune stuff is not as good. Addy seems to be in a better place because of it. So for adamant, I'd 100% be smithing actual stuff. Rune, this is where you'll make the arrowheads. The arrowheads, again, have crashed hard. Like, really hard. Same with the darts. They have crashed big. But you'll still make profit by doing them. Like, you only need 1 bar to do, and you're going to be pretty much doubling your money anyway. So it's not really that bad. It's just not as good as what it was. But I really don't think it will be again. But this is how you can check different methods. Just go to the Grand Exchange, though. Check the prices. The other stuff, so things like the arrowheads, you can check, like you might make a little bit of money there with steel. You can make a little bit of profit with mithril as well. but smelting and smithing as a combination do work really well. This has been more smelting orientated because that's how I wanted to do this moneymaker, but I just wanted to show as well that if you wanted to train your level just so you can get to the extra chances quicker, you can do it this way. Now, making rune bars is roughly 2.8 mil per hour. Again, nothing major, but it's very much a lower level smithing method. But as you can see, it's not just making the bars, it's also smithing you can make money with. Maybe you make your own bars and then you smith the bars you make because you'll get an extra sort of 100. And you can have both ways. You can have the smelting profit and the smithing profit as well. But that's going to be a non-members, low-level members sort of guide to smelting and smithing. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like the variety we sort of try and throw in here, because I want to cover all the methods just so if something sticks out, or just explain why I do certain things certain ways as well, just in case you guys sort of see it and want to do it as well. But again, smelting, very good way to make GP. Rune bars are a very good way to make some GP as well, but Addy does not need to be ignored. You can make profit there as well, especially with these weapons. These weapons, for whatever reason, are high, and again, you can make money out of it as well. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything else you want me to do in terms of free to play, low level, AFK, any kind of money making methods you guys want to see, let me know. And as always, I'll try my best to make sure I can get them out to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.